Alright, hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. Pretty much an update, a mixed bag of assortment here, so let's go ahead and get into it first. As you can see here, we are in the Fractured Plane, which is ongoing, and take a bit of rejoice in this, mind you, because, as you can see here, look, we have... As far as wizards go, of course, we have Terminus in here. We have Isolated Storm and some of the more, well, middle ground, I guess, essences at this point in the game. But nonetheless, it is a very, very much nice surprise, pleasant surprise, to say the least. I was not expecting this at all. I'm very, very happy to see that they finally gave us some more updated, so to speak, essences to use in the Fractured Plane, aside from the ones that we've had, the very, very old, basic bottom barrel essences that we've had for so long in this game mode. It's nice to see this for a change, and it's high time that that finally happened. I can't stress enough how much it's the little things, right? It's the little things that can add up and matter and really make a difference, and this is one of them. Very, very happy to see it. As you can see, you know, of course. And look at the size of some of these abilities. The Minstrel Rend seems to be much bigger in this mode, and maybe even the Lightning Orbs as well. This is pretty much how they used to be before certain adjustments were made over time. Unfortunately, I don't have the Code of Astrum. I would much rather prefer that. Oh, there it is right there. That's too weak. I'll have to get a higher version, so let's go ahead and refresh. We're at the last round of this. I'm trying to get a better version for it to show here. That's kind of sort of close. Hang on a second. And doing multiple refreshes here, however, I just want to showcase this even further. Of course, we can see, look, there's more of the more recent essences in here in the mix. And, of course, the usual older ones, but still, it's nice to see. It's a breath of fresh air to this game mode, to say the least. Oh, there's a better version of Terminus. That's 500 a pop. I was still trying to get... Oh, I'm going to grab it. I was still trying to get Code of Astrum here, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, I managed to refresh enough times. This is what I wanted to just show as well really quick. There's the old Code of Astrum that I was making mention of. Of course, it's not following me as directly, or as closely, I should say. It does go out a little bit on its own. The actual runaway lightning that it says it's supposed to be. So that is the old version. The old version that a lot of us on Wizards, I'm sure, miss. But I understand why it had to be adjusted, and I've gotten used to it and still do perfectly fine with it. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and run this and wrap this up and then get back to some other things. Okay, so I did want to make a quick note here, if I haven't already, right here. This is what you will sometimes see on the blue teleport exit portals. You have the option here. Unfortunately, this still seems to remain wrong and busted. So the cake is a lie when it comes to the exit the Fractured Plane on the left side of the screen. Do not click on that one. You will regret it, because it will reset your progress if you are trying to save it and come back to it later and pick up where you left off. I just wanted to reiterate that point for those that don't know or haven't experienced this yet. Newer players and such, a lot of us already know. Unfortunately, yeah, it does suck. And there is one occasion I did earlier, and I did forget about that, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh no, don't tell me. And I went back in, and lo and behold, it reset my progress. Fortunately, in that instance, I only got to level 3. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take a break and come back to it. But no, it reset me to level 1 again. So do not touch that one. Use the exit door by the mini-map instead. That is the safe option, and that's the way to go about it. What's the big deal about Fractured Plane, you may ask? However, right now is actually pretty beneficial for us. And what do I mean by that, of course, is the fact that you have the chests that you can run this mode over and over and over again. And you want to do so anyway, because like I said, it's in the event center as one of the final tasks that we will get, that will go on for 5 days, 22 and some change from right now, depending on when you see this recording. I'm going to go ahead and claim this stuff now, of course. Now this one, as we always have the hang-ups on, unfortunately, this one right here at the bottom, the 40.1. If you really want to get this one done, you have to do it on the Hell difficulty. and you have to do, run pretty much all the way through to the end. So that's the biggest thing to take away from this one. You cannot do these ones here you can. I'm just reiterating some points and some events here. We'll get to some other stuff too. But like I said, the whole mixed bag here. Follow along. But anyway, this one here I did 3, and then I did some extra, and I just finished around to 12. Or maybe I was at level 4. I don't remember. That counted towards this progress, so that's good, but still nonetheless. But you have to run at least a couple rounds of this in order to get to the 24, obviously. But this one down here is the key one to remember. That you now I completed at 9, and you say, oh, you only have to do 4 more levels. No, it counts for a full run, and the only one that gives you that, unfortunately, is the hell difficulty, which you have to run a standard 9 first before even attempting. But what makes this so beneficial to us right now, since the updates with the new essences, we can try to get them here in the chests. And you can run this as many times as you want, and Fractured Plane gives a substantial amount of experience as well by doing so. I'm just ecstatic over the fact... Okay, that's not a new piece. I'm ecstatic over the fact that... And that one isn't either. We can at least still... And let's go ahead and take a look at this while we're here. These are... Oh, they're all old. They're all older pieces. But not really old pieces like before. Oh, no. Here we go. Here is a new one right here. Here is the new weapon for what the essence for wizard right now. Cool. I will take that. I will take it. That sucks. And vitalities. I'm so sick of vitality. I can't stress this enough. It's got to be a bug. I was hoping that with this update that would have gone away, but I'm still getting vitality gear left, right, and center, and I'm just completely fed up and sick of it at this point. That's only got one word affix on it too, so this is a complete crap piece, no matter what way you look at it. However, the benefit of this, of course, is I got the new essence. Now, just to give a track record, I am at now counting that one that I just got. As you can see over here, we're going to talk another event, which is the Power Hour that I wanted to call. I deemed the Power Hour. I have not used it yet, as you can tell. I have 2 hours available now. The first one didn't get available until about, I think it was 8 a.m. or so in game, or even before. I forget what it was, but it wasn't available right away. So a lot of us were left questioning that checked early in the morning, like, well, where is the event? Some people talked about it and say they used it already on, people that got the updates before we did here in the States, and it didn't show up until sometime later in the morning. Fortunately enough, however, the update to that, the next hour at reset, finally worked as it says intended here. Okay, so now I have 2 hours. I did not use this at all yet on purpose. I wanted to see what I was going to get first and foremost before burning it. Now, there's a caveat to this, however, an unfortunate one at that. Sorry for the blur. It's supposed to cover up the chat and nothing else, but you get the idea here. I'll read it out to you. All of these blessings are in effect at once. Okay? So the only thing that you can change that you have control over, I thought it was going to be, pick this blessing and activate the buff and off you go, right? So we can get the newer essences that we don't have and focus on that purely. Of course, Blizzard doesn't want to hand us that nicely on a silver platter. No. They got to convolute it per usual. So, unfortunately, when you activate the blessing, all of these take effect. And then it's a dice roll per usual as to which one will happen when you get a new legendary to drop. That's it. So, the Power Hour could have been way better if we at least have the only control that we do have. Well, the two things that we do have. We can pick what class we would like to see in this mix. Okay, so there is that at the very least. Now, let me see. I worked with Tempest on this class for the most part, and I worked on Druid. So I should probably pick one of those. I'll mess with that later. I'm not too concerned about it because I'm not going to activate the buff right now. But the other thing that we have in our control is we can activate it with a click, and we can deactivate it with a click and save the time remaining that way. So we at least have that kind of control. So again, this is also a mixed bag, so take it for what it is. It's unfortunate, but after seeing this and its true play here, you know, it sucks that we can't pick like one of these and really focus on it hard. And then after the new Essence one obviously is done, I would go for the high quality equipment. But we can't choose, so it is what it is. Better than nothing, mind you. Still, I know it's always a bunch of sour grapes. No, it's still better than nothing at all. Even though it might not seem like it sometimes. Just keep that in mind. But also, speaking of the new essences, I have made quite a bit of progress without that effect blessing. I will get to those probably in a separate video after this one because I've already gone on fairly longer than I planned. So I'll get back around to that as soon as possible. Spoiler, I'm at 5 of 6 now after selecting that one from the Fractured Plane. So that is going to be my play here on this one to see if I can get the last piece in a selection chest, perhaps, maybe, on the Hell difficulty to continue my progress for the Event Center. So as you can see, everything's feeding into each other and synergizing very, very well so far for that. So I'm going to take full advantage of it, and that's how I've been going about it so far. The essences that I've acquired, I got 2 of them from raids at reset. So I got 2 new pieces just from a raid train, and the other pieces, the other 2 pieces I had prior to that, I got from dungeons. I got from dungeon runs and some various other activities. So I'm very, very happy. It's RNG. It's all pure luck. Okay, and for whatever reason this time around it shined a bit more favorably. I'm still not happy with a lot of them, mind you. There's I don't know. We'll try to puzzle piece some stuff together. I might be able to put some interesting build together, hopefully, if they haven't been done so already, mind you. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it this go around again, unfortunately for Wizard, but it is what it is. We've kind of gotten used to it at this point. But one last thing I want to round things out with. We have one more event that has just been released today. That is Survivor's Bane. We had this recently for the monthly event center, mind you, not long ago. But this is actually in the event tab, and you can see it here, and will net you some more Battle Pass points and some more XP for that as well. So this will help you. For those of you that are still behind and not to 1100 yet, these are other between Fractured Plane and Survivor's Bane. Survivor's Bane is a lot more fun. Let's be honest here. But Fractured Plane, of course, will hopefully help you get those newer essences when you get to 1100. Make sure you get to 1100 first if you're truly hunting for them before you claim your Fractured Plane chests. You want to be at 1100 Paragon for that to even remotely be a possibility. Okay, so make sure you do that first. So I'd probably say do Survivor's Bane and get those Battle Pass points up and get your experience that way to make the most out of it. This is gonna be around for a little bit, so it's gonna hang around for some time. So that's cool. And it also has this week on it as well, so it will probably reset next week. Because it's going to be around for a couple weeks, so this will reset and get to do it all over again. But at least make sure you get it done before then and get all your bonuses. Right there, you go. So anyway, let me know what you think about all things discussed here. Are you happy about the change, the most welcome change? Like I said, to Fractured Plane, I'm honestly ecstatic about that fact. It's been long overdue. I got to use Terminus. I got to use Code of the Astrum. It made the runs that much faster and way easier than before. I greatly appreciate it for what it is. Like I said, it's the little things. It's the little things that truly add up, and they can make or break things. In general, not just in games, but in general, it's the little good things that can add up the sum of and make things much more better, obviously. So anyway, until next time, everybody, stay safe out there in the real world, and far as always, take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. It's all we can do. It's the best we can do for sure, believe me on that. So side note, speaking of that, sad day for New World, the game, and also a sad day for all the people at Amazon that were let go, that had worked on the project, and so on and so forth. It's the usual gaming stratosphere, of course, where the shareholders make the call and they don't see the numbers that they were wanting, and then just bye-bye. But it is what it is. It's a sad day for that. But yeah. So anyway, just a little note at the end here. So anyway, until next time, see ya.